Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at this figure right here. This is a knockoff Sentinel Miles Morales Into the Spiderverse, or maybe Across the Spiderverse figure, 6-inch scale. Supposedly, we'll talk about that here in just a minute. And I picked this up on AliExpress for a really good price, and just wanted to show you guys what you can expect if this is one of those knockoffs you're thinking about picking up. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the original to do a comparison with, so, kind of just go with what you see here and decide if what this figure offers is worth the price you can find it for on AliExpress, as opposed to maybe looking at this as an alternative to the legitimate Sentinel figure, which I'm sure is better pretty much across the board. But we'll look at accessories real quick first. So, it does come with a couple extra heads. You've got an extra outfit change that comes with some extra legs and crotch piece and arms and a hood and a couple of heads that you can go on there. His jacket. You've got extra hands, extra feet. You've also got some web effects. You've got a stand. So pretty much everything that would come with an actual Sentinel figure, you do get with this. And honestly, when I get into price at the end of the video, I mean, just for extra accessories, it might be worth picking this thing up if you do actually have the legitimate Sentinel figure, because it comes with so many accessories. But that's basically what you get in the package. And then you get, of course, the figure itself. Now, I like it. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I've been playing around with him for a few weeks now. He has not fallen apart or anything like that. We've got good texturing here on the suit. Logos nice and crisp on the back and on the front. We got the nice gray stripes there on the arms. Looks really good. Head sculpt looks good. Striping on the head sculpt looks really nice. I think they did a good job with that. As far as articulation goes, he's got all the articulation that you would want for a Spider-Man figure. He gets into all the poses. You can do pretty much, whatever you want to do with him. He's got all the good joints. And again, it's kind of hard to really do a comparison here when I don't have the original, but as comparing him just to other figures in my collection, he's got really, really good articulation, including toticulation, which is nice. So all in all, and again, we'll get into price at the end of the video, for what I paid for him, I'm actually really happy with what I've got. I've got a lot of accessories, I've got a cool little figure, and I emphasize the word little. He is not large. Now, this is a knockoff of a Sentinel, and Sentinels are already smaller figures. I have one of them, that's a Captain America figure, and he, while claiming to be 6-inch scale, is like true 6-inch scale. And what that means is he's smaller than Marvel Legends. And this dude is definitely smaller than Marvel Legends. I'm gonna do a comparison here and you'll see that for yourself, how much smaller he is than a Marvel Legend. So if that's like a big chunk of your collection, that may be a deterrent from picking something like this up, because he's gonna look a little bit off on your shelf. He's not just gonna look like teenage Miles Morales, he's gonna look like 10-year-old Miles Morales. And that may be something that might not be of interest to you, but I want to do some comparisons. I'm going to put his street clothes outfit on, show you guys that, do some other comparisons with some other figures I picked up that are also knockoffs from that same line, and then we'll do some comparisons to some of the Into the Spiderverse and Across the Spiderverse Marvel Legends figures that I've got. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here's the other two knockoff Sentinel figures that I picked up out of this line. So we got Peter B. Parker, and then of course we've got Spider-Gwen. And this gives you an idea. He's a little bit shorter than Spider-Gwen and quite a bit shorter than Peter B. Parker, which he should be, because this is supposed to be Miles when he's about 15, 16 years old. He should be considerably shorter than a full-grown man like Peter B. Parker. And I think together they look pretty good. Now, I've got reviews on each of these other two. Be sure to check those out, and I'll go over the details on those. But all in all, you look at the three of these together, they look pretty solid together. All right, so here we have him stacked up with some of the Marvel Legends I've got from those movies, and you can really, really see how small he is. He's tiny. I mean, he damn near looks 1/18 scale next to these. He's not. He is over 5 inches tall, but he's really small. I mean, these are essentially supposed to be the same character right here from the same movie, and you can see the height difference between these two. Then, of course, we get to Across the Spiderverse. with this version here, I mean, we've got Peter B. Parker and Spider-Man 2099 towering over this guy in the back. He looks like a little kid. He looks like he's probably about 10 to 12 years old at most, which I guess if you want that version of Miles in your collection, cool. But it's, yeah, you know what I'm saying, guys. But, so you can see here with Marvel Legends, he's going to look a little bit off, but there you go. All right, here he is, done up in his more or less street clothes, and I actually like this better. In fact, I think this is better considerably than the Marvel Legends version by quite a bit. Looks cool, and this is probably how I'm going to end up keeping him. All right, guys, so let's talk about price here real quick, and I picked this guy up on AliExpress for, I think, $15.46 with free shipping. That's pretty damn good. I mean, I gotta be honest, this figure is tiny, and I'm sure he's not anywhere near as good as the actual legitimate Sentinel figure, but for $15, like, yeah, it's definitely worth it. I mean, yeah, I'm glad I picked him up. I'm gonna pose him up on my shelf. Maybe have him hanging from the top of a shelf or something like that, where it's not going to be as noticeable how small he is compared to the other figures on my shelf or something like that. For 15 bucks, man, I mean, it's really hard to beat. I mean, I like him. He hasn't fallen apart. He's got good articulation. For a $15 figure, he's more than good enough as far as paint and sculpt and everything else. I mean, yeah, hands down, it's definitely worth the price. So, I mean, it would be hard for me not to say this is a good deal, to not recommend it if it's something that you're interested in. Why not go ahead and pick one up? I mean, it's a good little figure. I like it. I dig it. It's been fun to play around with. I've had it sitting on my desk, and it's just been really cool, and I like him. And even if for nothing else, just kind of having him as kind of like a little fidget toy on your desk to just kind of sit there and mess around with when you're doing something else or working or whatever else. I mean, why not at that point, right? So I like it. I would give it a thumbs up for the price, only for the price. Outside of that, you know, then you start to get into, is it worth it? Probably not. I mean, if this thing was even 30 bucks, I'd say there's no way in hell that it's worth it. But at 15, why not? I definitely like it. I think they did a solid job of knocking this thing off and certainly giving you your money's worth for 15 bucks. So, yeah. All in all, I like it. Would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know. Do you have any of these? Do you pick up any knockoffs just for shits and giggles, just to see what's going on with them like I do? If so, let me know in the comment section down below. But that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. And always remember to enjoy your collection.